If you were to say what the most important item was in your office, in your gaming setup, in your doing task stuff, what would you say that item is? Now, think about that. It's not the desk. It's not even the computer. Nope. It's not that either. But I will tell you what it is. It is a chair. Of course it is a chair. Of course that is probably one of the most important items to have if you're going to be spending hours on end on the computer, just like me. I decided to send the old chair packing and adopt a new chair. Now, when I say adopt, I mean like we're doing this for the long haul, right? So this isn't just like a purchase. No, this is an investment. Okay, so now the old chairs are fine, except that they put my legs to sleep, or they made my back angry, or it just, computing and gaming just become like this struggle between sitting, standing, walking around, sitting, standing, walking around, sitting, standing, walking around. And to say that is annoying when you're trying to get editing done, or if you're trying to game and you're in the middle of a raid, and it would be nice to just sit comfortably, ergonomically even, in a chair that is worth the time, worth the money, and it reflects the artistry and engineering and creativity that happens when the right people get together and create something cool. Now, I use that term a lot, cool. And now, after doing all the stuff with Gravistar, yeah, I am their fangirl. And so this, though, is not a Gravistar product. This product is a Herman Miller chair. Now, I'll put that link below because you should check that out. I know what you're saying to yourself. You went to the website, you know all about this chair. It is super expensive. Why would you spend that kind of money on a chair? Well, I'll tell you why. Part of the reason is because you see this box back here? You can take this chair and roll it right out of the box. And I'm going to show you exactly what that looks like. Now, back in November, I invested in this chair, and it shows up in January. Now, I knew there was going to be a wait, and so I patiently waited through the holidays, dreaming of my new chair and how I chose earth-friendly products and how I was helping the environment by using plastics that were recovered from the ocean, and how, this chair is going to last me forever, so I don't need to go through 50,000 chairs in a lifetime. I have a chair that is going to last me a long time. I'm hoping a very long time. If it doesn't, I'm going to be so sad. So the chair shows up in January, and I'm super excited. I open it up, boop, 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 and I roll it out of the box, and with the chair comes out this little tiny piece of plastic. Now, that's not supposed to be there. And we knew this. My husband and I, we knew this. So we took the chair out, we found this little rattly plastic piece, and then we took the chair, because this plastic piece had to come from somewhere, and we flipped the chair over very, very carefully. And we looked at the legs, we looked at the upright part, the post, the seat, the arms, the back. And then eventually we got to the base and the casters. And when I flipped that chair over and I moved the legs this way, one leg came up with a caster that was missing a bit of plastic right there. Now, it wasn't the caster itself, which is a bummer. Because if it had been just the caster, it would have been an easy fix. Herman Miller would just sent me a new caster. I would have popped it on and away we go. But no, it was the base. That. So, rip chair. However, Herman Miller's customer service more, way, way more, exceeded expectations, like way more than I thought they could. And on top of that, not only were they personable and professional, they were timely, they were efficient, they were thoughtful, they were personal. I think I already said that, personable. And Vera deserves a raise. That's all I gotta say. She was with me every step of the way in this process because I knew the chair, something needed to happen. It was a lot of money. I don't need a broken chair for a lot of money. So I contacted Vera, or I contacted customer service. I got Vera assigned to me. I couldn't have been luckier because with just a few pictures to show them what I was talking about, Vera set me on the right path to get a replacement. Now, I was a little troubled by this because the chair did take a couple of months to get to me to begin with. And some of my selections were kind of individualized because custom, if you're gonna invest, go for it. So I thought, oh my gosh, like they're gonna have to take back this chair and I'm gonna be stuck with my old chair still, which makes my butt go to sleep. And I'm not going to be very happy about this. And so Vera turned that all around. She set everything in motion and got me to package up the old chair. And I thought I was just going to have to stick a label on it and send it back. But no, no. Herman Miller, big hearts, because what you did was just make my day today one of the most exciting days ever as far as computing goes. Now, I'm stepping back just a little bit because what I'm hiding back here is chair number 2. Now, chair number 2 got delivered by what they consider the white glove service. Woo! Now, it flew in on its own flight. That's what I'm going to believe. It flew in on its own private plane, and then the fellas with the white gloves showed up in a big white truck, and they loaded in the new chair, and they showed up at my door, and took the old chair away, and then gave me the new chair. Sorry, ignore the laptop. They gave me the new chair, which you can see right here is just a box. Now, one of the things I really loved about opening the first box was that I, carefully opened the seals. I opened up all the cardboard lids and things, and I rolled the chair out of the confines of the box. Now, the first time around, it came with a little piece of plastic. Now, I'm hoping that this one is not going to do that because of its own private jet and because of the white glove service. But I wanted to share this with you because I think that if you are on the market for a new chair and you want a company that you can support and you want customer service you can rely on, I'm going to highly recommend the Herman Miller chair. Now, funny enough, it wasn't that I started out wanting a Herman Miller chair. Oh no. I got on the internet. I looked up what is the best possible computer chair? What is the best possible gaming chair? I got car seat looking things. I got those yoga-like chairs that you can fidget in. I got meditation chairs. I got, I tried a bunch of things and I sent them all back because yuck. They weren't anything. They weren't anything. They were nothing compared to what I'm about to show you. Are you ready? Are you ready for this? Are you sure you're ready for this? Yes, that is what we're going to do. We are going to open up this beauty. This is the SAYL chair. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, why does she have a knife? Well, if you've seen my previous videos, you know the importance of a package opening device that is not your nails. That, right now, happens to be a little tiny paring knife. Someday I'll invest in a box cutter or, a pair of scissors, something. Anyhow, I'm going to take this package opening device and unseal the box. And then I'm going to turn the box around to show you just how cool it is to open up a box, take out a chair and let it roll out. You don't have to do anything to it. You don't have to assemble anything. You just gotta take off the little plastic sheath and go, wow, that is my chair. Score. So let us take the box and open her up, right? Okay, so I gonna turn her around here. Yeah, here. I turned her around. Okay. Now, you can see that I kind of popped the tape open because I got antsy. And I didn't want to, like, life is violence. I didn't want to show violence on TV. So I'm going to take this knife and put it way over there. Okay. So this is the front door. Ignore that. It even says open this side. This side. Okay. So I did. I unsealed the tape. Now we're going to open her up. Okay. Yeah, I keep gendering my objects. What is that? Okay. So now you take that part and you open that up. Okay. So, oh my goodness, there's more doors than an Alice in Wonderland video. Okay. I'm going to reach over and open that door. Okay. I'm going to come around to that side. Peek around to this side and open that door. There. Oh, I opened that door. Oh, and then the bottom door just fell open. What? Ta-da. Okay, I'm not even taking her out of the box yet. Okay, so like I mentioned, this is the Herman Miller SAYL chair. So, are we ready for this? Are we really ready for this? Okay. So, it looks like the first time around, it's got a plastic cover on the actual chair itself. Katie first. And then it has like a base part that it kind of cruises into, kind of like its own parking spot. But it's open. And so I'm so nervous. I don't even know what to do because the first go around had a little piece of plastic that just destroyed my 3 weeks of waiting. Okay. I just rolled a chair out of a box. Oh, why does this amuse me? Okay, so that was the top part. That just rolled out. Okay, so let me push the box back so you can see the chair. Oh, okay. Maybe I won't push the box back. That's okay. Let me just... Voila! I pushed the box out of the way because I really, really want to share this moment with you. Now, it's wrapped in this little plastic little dress. And you know what I'm going to do? I rolled it out of that box. I did nothing. You saw me. I rolled it out of the box. Voila! And there you have it. This is my SAYL chair. I know it doesn't look very exciting because it's not like flashy and it's not like hot pink or like race car red or, but this is made out of like recycled plastics from the ocean. Everything's engineered to be like really cool and not just good looking, but also ergonomically wonderful, right? Because that's what engineers are for. Engineers and artists collaborate together to come up with these crazy, amazing products that make your life and my life all the better. So, voila. This is why I'm so excited. So, the SAYL chair, let me just go ahead and, I don't know how to work all the knobs yet. Oh, that was pretty obvious. Oh, look at that. Okay, cool. Oh my gosh. This is so great. Oh my goodness. This is like life-changing. If you saw the chair that I have been sitting in, you would be crying for me right now because I want to cry tears of happiness over a chair. That's so silly. Anyhow, Ooh, the arms move. Oh, that's so cool. Ooh, the the lumbar support slides up and down so you can find the exact spot on your back to make yourself even more comfortable. And also, like, watch your posture, right? Without getting fatigued doing so. I mean, I think that's the whole spirit behind ergonomics, anyhow. But this chair is an investment. It is pricey. I'm not going to even list what the price is, but it is pricey. But you do get what you paid for. Like what I mentioned before in one of my other videos is that when you look at technology and you look at the things in your life that you spend a lot of time using or with or doing or whatever, when you invest the right amount of money and the right amount of time in the right thing, it actually does improve the quality of your life. So for me, because I do sit in front of a computer for far too long, I needed a chair that was going to keep up with me, that was going to help me feel more productive, that was going to go with my aesthetic, which just happens to be dark. Ooh, who knew? I know, you thought I was all about the pink, but I'm not. So this, though, is very exciting, and I really am looking forward to getting this upstairs into my office, up to my desk, and just dive into the day of editing, because this is worth sharing. So if you're looking for a new chair, I highly recommend taking your time, do your research, find the chair that works for you. Now, this chair just happens to work great for me. It lives up to everything it promised. It looks cool. It's very comfy. It's very knee-sized. So thank you so much for joining me in this exciting moment. I am so happy to be able to share this, not with just my dog, but also with you. And not all by myself, because that's no fun. So, welcome, thank you, and cut that scene. See you later.